Hello there, my dear loving souls. Welcome back to this channel and to part 3 on a spirit-led topic of the breakthrough. If you haven't already, please do watch part 1 and part 2 where we talked about the journey of the breakthrough and some of the universal laws that have come through based on the tarot cards that were picked. Originally, I pre-shuffled them before the filming. But for part 3, this is always about getting some more messages in from the spirit world. It's an exciting part. Let me know which part do you like the most, by the way, part 1, part 2, and part 3, because each one is quite distinct. But what I'm drawn to do, and I really feel like with this deck here, since this one's just come through, I really want to clarify each one of these cards. So the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Hermit. I just want to clarify each one with this deck here, which is this Elevate deck. It's quite vibrant colors, animals, and things like that. And I also get a card from the crystals deck. I just really want those for some reason. So let's just go with it. Let's get some more messages from the spirit world in the form of clarifying the original tarot cards that have come through. So this is for the King of Swords, and then we've got the Hermit. Let's see what comes through. These cards are quite large in my hand. Sometimes just a little bit hard to shuffle. There's too many cards. I just want the one. Thank you, my dear friends, my dear spirit. So for now, the Ten of Swords has been clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Swords has been clarified by the Major Arcana 0, which is the Fool. Okay, these two guys have come through, so I'm just going to use it all. Look at that. 7-7. Lovely. What a great synchronicity that they fell through together to clarify the Hermit. A wonderful message. And as I mentioned, I will grab, excuse the noise on my chair, I will grab the crystals deck, just because I really like them for the purposes of seeing some crystals that might actually be helpful, some of the messages that are actually written on the cards, but also the colors, because the colors for me, for some reason, on this particular deck, just like with this one that I call more like childish and funky and more colorful and vibrant, they keep reminding me of, chakras or some kind of aspect of a life that the chakra represents. So let's have a look if we can get some more guidance effectively from these clarifiers, just to see what might be helpful for us to know more on the topic about breakthrough. I'm sure there are some lovely lessons. Okay, so let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Here we go. Oh, 2 cards have come through. That's all right. We'll put those here. Now let's clarify the King of Swords, please. And the Fool that has popped up. Okay, I feel like this one wants to come through. Interesting, the color coordination. I'll show you in a second how the colors are just so interesting. Alright, like just the synchronicities are quite spot on. So let's have a look and let's clarify the Hermit here and the 2 sevens that come through from the other deck. Let's have a look, my darling spirits, what cards we've got here in front of us for the topic of breakthrough. Alright, I feel like this one felt like coming out. The Rose Quartz. Lovely. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so let's have a look, my darlings. So if you recall, on the topic of breakthrough, the Ten of Swords was very much the card of death, ending of relationship, completion, beginning, new beginnings, new chapters, whatnot. What we have is the Queen of Pentacles, which has come through with the rabbit on it, and he's sort of looking up at the star. Perhaps hopeful, he's wishing on the star, he's making hopes, making dreams, but Queen of Pentacles is a lovely earth energy. She is very professional, business, money, abundance. She is the richest queen, which is lovely. But anyway, so just going back to see how these 2 cards, came through as well, like what I mean about the colors. The fluorite came through, which is the blue and green kind of crystal, and then we've got hematite, which is more charcoal, right, color, and then we've got fluorite, which is all about personal protection, getting organized, aura cloak corporation, And then hematite is all about self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. And right off the bat, so aura cloak. Remember how the hermit has a cloak? So it's protecting your energy or your soul, your energy field, personal protection of it, and some self-healing. So of course it makes sense that whenever you're going through a journey or a transformation, there'll be bumps on the road, there'll be the low points and high points, and you know, with the butterfly coming through, breaking through the cocoon, she would have gone through a massive transformation there. And as a result of it, if you are experiencing, you know, the lower emotions of the process, well, healing will be required, perhaps some grounding, spending time in nature. So maybe this is what Queen of Pentacles is trying to show, spending some time in nature with animals, rabbits, symbol of good luck as well, and abundance. Excuse me, that's my eyes. Yeah. So rabbits, abundance, you know, exponential growth, being in nature, spending some time in a body of water perhaps, you know, just getting water, element of water as well, to heal. And funny enough, we're also getting, we had the message from Fluorite about getting organized, and specifically, you know, the hermit being the Virgo energy. So it's coming up with that plan, coming up with that strategy, having that mental clarity about what the strategy is, what's the final destination, what is your kind of freedom, what is your where do you want to be, what's the ideal position, where you want to, how do you want to feel, what do you visualize yourself as, and getting organized. So coming up with a plan to get there. And the main, so given this kind of green energy, apart from the environment and the nature, I'm also getting like the heart chakra, and also from fluorite, I'm getting, there's a darker blue color, that's like very much your heart, so the green is heart chakra, and then we've got the more navy, which is your third eye chakra. And with that, it's more like tap into your visualization, you know, like actively try and see what the ideal looks like for you. What's that breakthrough? What will happen after the breakthrough? What can you see? What can you visualize? But also tap into your heart, which is the bridge between, remember, the spiritual body, your soul, and your physical body. Listen to your heart. Listen to what your soul desires. What is it speaking at you? What is it saying? It might give you the nudges about your life plan. Remember, we were talking about the hermit. It's that soul plan, the life plan, the plan you choose for yourself. Some of the milestones you wanted to overcome, some of the lessons you wanted to learn, some experiences you wanted to go through. There's something about that that's quite important. It could be in the area also, just thinking about pentacles, it could be in the area of earthly things, wealth, career, abundance, money, business, ventures. You know, with the breakthrough card was talking about new opportunities, new ventures, new organizations, new movements perhaps. So it could be, for some of you, this could be directly related to those areas in your life. So yeah, tap into your heart and visualize the ideal, you know, activate your heart chakra and your third eye chakra. That might be the way to go. Alrighty, the King of Swords, which, remember, I was more drawn to the butterflies and the triangle, you know, at the point of elevation, ascension, but also perhaps cycle, something to do with divine timing, about patterns, you know, continuous movement. And we've got the following. We've got the Fool with the beautiful color of deep blue, and there's a loyal dog, and Azurite. And look once again at the color scheme of these guys that have come through, right? I mean, it's just amazing, the color synchronicity of these. And Azurite is all about divine guidance, stillness, new connections, and astral travel. So new connections, absolutely. This whole point about transformation and breaking through is all about new opportunities, new connections, perhaps new people coming into your life. Divine guidance, so this is very interesting. But remember how I talked about activating your third eye chakra? Well, I'm even more so drawn to say so because of how strong the deeper blue has come through here. This was more green. Green is a representation of heart chakra with a little bit of blue, and now we've got really strong blue. And interesting because King of Swords is a mental, like a cerebral, brain representation, mental intelligence, etc. It's all to do with the mind. And the third eye chakra is kind of represented here, between your eyebrows, because you can visualize things through your third eye or your mind. And I think this is what this is trying to say, don't underestimate the power of visualizations. You Google it, even many celebrities and many important and famous athletes, who have done some, world record breaking things, have been able to do that because of the power of visualization. Like if you can see it, you can bring it about. Thinking is matter, it's energy, and then we bring the thoughts into manifestations through the physical reality. Whether it's through our words, we can say it out loud, or we can create things with our hands, bringing various ingredients, the physical matter into fruition, bringing it together, combining it, and the outcome comes through. Or you do things other ways. This is just a couple of examples I gave. So bringing it back to that visualization, see what is on the other side of your personal breakthrough, visualize it, and tap into your third eye chakra to see what comes through. Very, very important. And you will get, probably divine guidance through the process of stillness. So sometimes, doing a little bit of meditation perhaps, or yoga practice, or just lying in bed on the couch, just in stillness, peace and quiet. Maybe consider, going out to the nature in the park, or spending some time on the beach and just lying still. Feel what kind of thoughts come through to you, what kind of emotions you sense, what you feel. If you're funny enough, find a butterfly flying through that moment, as I mentioned before. Stop and think, what happened at that particular moment? The universe may be communicating with you. Now with the Fool, this is lovely because 0 is the beginning of the major arcana in the tarot deck. It's all about that new beginning. 0, you start from scratch. Leap of faith, start from scratch, new beginnings, but it's like a joyful beginning. It's something new. You're doing it from the place of love. You're doing it because you're excited. It's like I'm getting the energy of, I'm going on an adventure, and you're pursuing it with, happiness, like from a really lovely place. Not from fear, but from love, from having that illumination, from you knowing that you're ascending, and you're going on an adventure of elevation and ascension, and you most likely, based on the subject matter, will find the freedom that you're seeking perhaps, or whatever is on the other side of the breakthrough that you're after. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with this card. 0 is just new beginning, new beginning right from the get-go. And it's a powerful place to be in. Just trying to think about the color, the actual symbol, 0, which is the circle of life as well. 0, circle of life. The beginning and the end, at the top or at the bottom. But it's just continuous movement, right? Never ending. So I'm just thinking about the actual number 0. This is a circle of life coming through for some reason. Anyway. Let's move on to the Hermit, and that was clarified today by the 2 cards that came through. The 7 and the 7 are also very a spiritual number, going within that inner depth. Have a look at the life path of number 7. I believe I'm a 7, I'm a 7, so it's about very much Hermit, Virgo energy, going within, doing some soul searching, figuring out the your internals, figuring out yourself on a spiritual level as well. What your software is all about, if this is a hardware. What we've got is the 7 of Wands as well, and 7 of Cups. And interesting, so both of these, 7 of Wands is a lot about you fighting off others. You are able to, but you're on top of the situation. So when you're thinking about the, the triangle, talking about ascension, imagine you're at the peak, and you're fighting off everybody who's trying to come and get you because they're trying to be competitive, or they're trying to reach to the top of the mountain, and they might be trying to grab for your foot to bring you down with them, or because they're not succeeding, but you've reached it to the top and you're fending off, you're defending yourself. That's what 7 of Wands usually means. But of course, if you're trying to fend off, you're trying to be defensive, like, it's not the most happy place to be in. You know, there will be perhaps tensions and frustrations, but hopefully this will bring into some clarity for you, or some of you, that still you're at the top of the peak, you're ascending, or you're about to ascend, you're about to reach that top. But yes, that might mean that your journey there means that you have to defend yourself, or stand by your truth, stand by what you feel inside of you, listening to your heart or your third eye chakra, standing in your own power and your own truth, whatever that means. And some other people along the way might not like it, might not like you talking about it, might not like hearing what you have to say, because they think it's not the best thing for you. But if you've done the work of listening to your heart, visualizing things, and you just deep down, you know that you are absolutely on the right path and you're about to break through, you're about in the transition, hang in there and keep on going. Now, Seven of Cups, it's all about options, you know, or dreaming. Perhaps, you know, with the color of these two cards, I do think it's very much just consider your options, you know, visualize your options, see a variety of pathways. You might be able to see a variety of pathways in front of you when you're thinking about, you know, what is it at the other side of the breakthrough for you. There might be a lot of different things that come up, different options, different kinds of dreams that may pop through. But ultimately, the advice that appears to come through from these cards is listen to your heart, listen to your mind, go within, do some soul searching, figure out a plan forward, you know, strategize, and you will see naturally that, you know, after you spend a little bit more time perhaps thinking about a variety of options, one of them or a couple of them might just stand out a little bit more as the truth that you know is deeply inside, is what is for you truly. That even though you might have like 7+ options or whatever in front of you, you can dream them, you can see them, or the 7 paths that you could take as an example. But the more you think about it, the more you listen to your heart, the more you kind of meditate on it in stillness, the more divine guidance you request, you pray for, you will see that there'll be probably just 1 or 2 that really stand out the most for you. And yeah, I think that's what it's trying to say. 7/7, sometimes it takes 7 days, or some for you 7 years maybe, but maybe it's just like a 7 days. Sometimes it takes a week to think about something or to ponder about something in order to get a little bit more mental clarity and also emotional clarity, you know, what you feel your truth actually is. Alrighty, and the last card we've got here from the crystals deck that popped through is the rose quartz. Beautiful pink color. It's all about unconditional love, romance, nourishing, and soothing. You know, unconditional love is, you know, I think that's all we want, right? I think it's all that we should also strive for, is to give unconditional love to yourself and to others around you, to practice more love, which is all about thinking love, speaking love, and doing love in my world. So just a reminder, whenever you might be on this journey, the end, the new beginning, or in the middle, don't forget to tap into that unconditional love power, or the power of rose quartz, or unconditional love, listening to your heart. You're reminding yourself of who you truly are. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. What are you? Your energy made up of light and love. And maybe sometimes a reminder of that thought of having a little bit more love, of doing something that brings you joy and happiness and love, might actually be the breakthrough that you need. That's an interesting message. Sometimes you gotta do something that you really love or passionate about. If you love art, go and draw something. If you like photography, go out in nature and take some photos of nature. If you like playing music, as an example, go play the musical instrument that's your passion. If you like gaming, video games, go play some video games. Do something that you love, that brings you passion and joy, because I'm getting the feeling that when you do that, you're actually raising your own vibration, you're raising your own frequencies. And when you're able to feel that or sense that, you might get a little bit more clarity, more divine guidance. You might be picking up on the universal signs a bit better, like a little bit more clearer. more clarity. And as a result, that might be the breakthrough that you need. You know, kind of like receiving the key to opening the right door. Like that. That's a very much a doing love aspect. So thinking love, speaking love, doing love. Doing love is actually getting out yourself and taking yourself through a particular activity or process or whatever that you thoroughly enjoy. Go play some bowling. Some of you might need to play some bowling or a pool. Go watch a movie, or go watch you know, like some kind of opera show or a ballet show, theatre. Go have some fun, or spend some time with animals, or getting the dog, maybe spend some time with your pets, talk to your pets, speak lovingly with them, have some fun, go take them out to the park. If you've got a dog, maybe go out and have some time in nature with Mother Earth, that beautiful planet with your pets, if you've got any. If you don't, just go out in the nature, get some fresh air, get some sun on you. That might inspire some new creative thoughts. That might be the breakthrough that you need to get on with your, you know, with your lifetime, with your own life plan that you've come up for yourself. Oh, day and night, that's the other thing. Just looking at these 7, you know, for me, I'm really getting the message of duality, and then sun, night, sun, night, you know, like a day. So just like a timing of it, that it could happen any time day of the night. Oh, one of the messages was, remember here, reminder that if we close ourselves off because of limiting beliefs, we can also close ourselves off from seeing new paths, new opportunities, or even that a breakthrough that comes to us via dreams, ideas, or meeting new people who would help us create something new. So that's right. So I'm thinking day and night, nighttime, you might have some wonderful night dreams. You can also daydream. So thinking more back about the 7 of Cups, you know, daydreaming, coming up, visualizing options or bubbles that might come through, paths for you. Limiting beliefs might stand in the way of your breakthrough. So maybe it's time to actually think about or focus a little bit of attention on, what are your beliefs? What are things that you so strongly believe in that might actually be limiting you or restricting you? Are you telling yourself really negative words in your mind? And that might be limiting your self-esteem. It might be not helpful for your own confidence. You might not be, through your own words in your own mind, you might be restricting yourself from breaking through and experiencing your own lifetime, your own life plan to the fullest. Maybe some of you might be in that predicament. Anything else? I think that's all. Can't see anything else. I'm certainly not receiving anything else at this point in time in terms of the practical tips and some messages from the spirit world. Alrighty, well, on that note then, I'm going to wrap up this video series, my dear loving friends and souls. If you found this video valuable, I would truly appreciate it if you commented, you know, with V for value, or the emoji of 2 fingers down in the comments. Please consider subscribing to this channel or liking this video, sharing it with others. Did make a commitment to donate 22% of my income as the loving soul like Viktoriya to charities and other noble causes. So you liking, subscribing, and sharing, and commenting, and all that good jazz would be really, really helpful for this channel. I hope you all have a lovely day ahead. And, you know, spend some time in nature, spend some time with your pets, strategize, go out and do something that is just absolutely, you know, brings you that joy and happiness and feel like a loving activity. Some of that might be, you know, maybe some of you needed to hear that in order to help you break through and find some new love, happiness, joy, freedom, new perspective, and new experiences. Alrighty, my dear loving souls, all the very best for you, for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, and the rest of the month. I will see you in my other video series. Bye for now.